Welcome to another episode of Coffee Talk with Angel and Nathaniel, where we will be discussing insurance-oriented advice as well as heart-to-heart interviews with special guests from the department. From silly insurance stories to suggested insurance coverages, there will be something for everyone. Today's special guest is Heather Hanshaw. Yep, she is the manager of operations, and we're so happy that you're able to join us today.
We are. Third episode. You're our third episode guest.
We are excited about that.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue to grow, so everybody that's out there, your turn will be next, and we look forward to talking to you as well. So, Heather, we'll start out. Tell us a little bit about your role here at AAA.
All right. So I have been here. I just had my 2-year anniversary last week.
Congrats.
So as the operations manager, I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Kind of the jack of all trades, master of none.
I like it.
I will touch some marketing, some sales, some service. So as we talk to people, if they haven't dealt with me yet, they will. For sure.
At some
Right.
point in time,
That's right.
we'll talk to Heather.
You're going to get an email or
Right.
something from me, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
So the other good thing about what we do here in Coffee Talk is we try to mix in work-related questions or questions directed about AAA, and then we also like to throw in some fun ones as well so that people can get the chance to know Heather, and, we'll go from there. So
Yeah. So I get to do the first fun question today. So, if you could trade places with anyone for a day, who would you choose? I'm super interested in this answer, so hit me.
So I put some thought into this.
Okay.
And I think I would want to trade places with my dogs.
Okay.
Dogs. I am interested to hear.
I am. So you're going to have to expound on that. In what way?
So they live their best life every day.
Okay.
Someone feeds them, someone loves on them,
Okay.
they get to lay on the couch all day.
Free room and board.
Free room and board, they get lots of love, they get lots of scratches, they get lots of attention.
Okay.
They have a ton of toys.
I think I'm sold on that.
Yeah.
I think they're living the good life. And
Yeah.
I
I can
realize
see
that
that.
now as I'm home with them a little bit more. They're really living the good life.
That's right. That's right.
That's a good answer. I would have never thought about trading places with the dog because, you think, the human interaction, but who wouldn't want to be loved on all day?
That's right. And you get
fed?
human interaction, but you don't have to, there's no accountability.
Right.
Who cares if you
Exactly.
nap for 24 out of...
And let's be honest, you don't have to have conversations all the time.
That's right. Those can be
because
exhausting.
You're doing you speak different languages.
That's right.
So, people talk to you, but you're like, oh, okay, bark, bark.
That's
and
right.
Going about your
I
way.
can give you a quick lick and you're good.
Move on.
you know I love you.
Exactly.
That's right. That's a good one.
I like it.
Absolutely.
So let's
Thank
move
you.
to a work-related one. So, what's a work-related accomplishment that you're really proud of? And it can be something here in the 2-year career that you've had with AAA or outside AAA. But something
Yeah.
memorable.
So I am so proud right now of our team.
Okay.
And what we've been able to accomplish. It was really challenging 2 years ago, starting in February, starting a new role, starting a new industry, starting a new company that I
Right.
didn't really know anything about.
Right.
Getting here and then rolling into a pandemic.
Right. Oh, that is
where
Just kidding.
Right.
Yeah, where
Everything's
everything-
changed.
Everything really changed. So it really kind of forced my hand to jump into the operations a lot sooner than I had intended.
Sure.
But the people around me have been amazing, and looking at how they've dealt with the hand that they've been dealt,
Right.
and making those accomplishments and being part of the team that is still being successful.
Yeah.
There's days that it's hard, right?
Right.
But we
It's
get
a
past the
challenge.
hard.
We push
and-
through, right?
And so I'm really proud of that.
So I love that, and I totally agree with that, and I tell all new agents coming in that I have never personally worked for a business, AAA, that the team is so
supportive.
and invested in your success.
Right.
People are not for themselves. They want the team as a whole, everybody to succeed. So I totally agree with that.
I agree completely, because really an insurance agency is one person selling a policy, getting paid.
That's right.
And that's really what they're concerned
And
with.
kind of blinders on,
Yeah,
right?
of course,
Don't worry about the people next to you.
Yeah, and one of the things that I commend you about your role as being the manager of operations is that you help bring us all together and help coordinate, so that we can, build off of your momentum, build off of what you, bring to the table, so that we all can realize that it's not about the individual, but it's about the agency. So
That's right.
I definitely feel that, in the 2 years that you've been here, I've been here, I think I started maybe 3 months before you did. So I'm on the same similar journey as you on, experiencing the whole team concept here at AAA. I think is extremely huge. And it's one of the things that, keeps me excited about coming to work every single day. So I agree with that.
And I also think that's something you can draw on when you have a bad day,
Right.
right? This is a single bad day. I have this team, I have this group, they're awesome. I can get through today. And there's a bunch of people you can call and chat and say, hey, I'm having a rough day. So many people are always there. So
And the memes.
Oh, and the memes.
Yes.
That saves us all. That saves us all.
Yes. Gifts are
That's right.
definitely something that gets us all through our day. I think
Yes.
there's probably not a day that someone doesn't send something that's comical out.
That's
So.
right. Yep, getting through the day. That's right. Okay, so back to me. This is a personal question or a funny question. What behavior or personality trait do you most attribute to your success, and why?
I think I'm the kind of person that is always willing to jump in.
Okay.
Sometimes that frustrates some people. Nick. Just saying.
Do you hear that, Nick? We're talking about you.
No, that I'm willing to jump in if I see someone that's struggling or something that I have some input.
Yeah.
That I'll jump in and say, hey, can we look at it from this way? I'm willing to learn. I'm not afraid to say, hey, I messed up.
That's key,
or I
right?
didn't.
Right.
I don't quite understand that. I need to ask some more questions.
Right.
So I think a lot of that, I need to be that person right now because I'm still learning the industry.
Right.
I'm still learning the company. I'm still learning what the objective is. Like I know kind of how where we're trying to get to, but there's 20 different ways to get there.
That's
And
right.
At any given day, one path might not be the right one.
Right.
So being able to kind of ebb and flow between those to reach that long-term goal.
And do you feel like you've probably had to flex that muscle a little bit more just because, like you said, you came in, you didn't have industry knowledge, right? So here you are, here's this role. Not only is it new company, you don't really have industry knowledge about insurance, so you're learning those things. Plus the pandemic, we all kind of, that was interesting, right? And it's
Right.
still interesting
Right.
some days.
Exactly.
So you feel like this role probably made you flex that muscle.
It had,
Okay.
and it really forced me to be open-minded to look at things a different way.
Sure.
And
Right.
say, hey, just because we've always done it this way, that's not how we are going to do it today, or
Right.
maybe we need to look at what works now, because how we did business, even when I started, is completely different now. And I think as we look a year from now, it's going to be completely different.
Oh, for sure.
So it's being able to work within that ebb and flow.
That's right. I also feel like working with you directly, I personally have seen that you welcome other opinions or other ways to do things or efficiencies. So just because you're doing it away, just like you said, doesn't mean it's the right way. If you have something that's better, bring it to me.
Absolutely. I'm always asking, hey guys, kind of, what
Right.
are your thoughts?
That's right.
And, sometimes it's pulling teeth, but I
Right.
really do want it. I
Right.
mean,
I'm serious. I would like your input. That's right.
It's,
Yes.
it's the collaboration, I think, is what again makes it. It's a good key to success.
Yes.
And by you having the open mindedness and saying, hey, let's figure this out together, I think it's definitely. It's a welcoming thing for people to be made feel a part of something bigger than themselves.
And value
So,
their opinions, their
Right.
their efficiencies are valued. If Nathaniel had an idea, he could come to you and you'd be like, okay, let's try it out. And so that's a big deal. That's not often what you see in a corporate setting.
but I also want to empower people to feel like they can do it.
Right.
I know
Sure.
we worked on
Yes.
a couple things together.
Right.
You had some ideas. I'm like, all right, let's,
Right.
bring your ideas and we'll kind of talk through it or see
Right.
what works or what can we actually do versus.
And I think that also helps with maintain, what's the word I'm looking for? it really helps maintain someone's interest in staying with a company where they feel they're being valued.
They're a necessity. They're invaluable
Right.
to the company. And so this is a perfect example. Coffee Talk, right?
Right.
Here you go, Nathaniel. Take it. And how great is it turned
Right.
out with his
That's right.
stewardship?
Right.
So yeah,
we're
that's
taking
right.
it and running with it, and and hoping to bring something of value. And
Right.
that's at the end of the day what we all strive to do, is want to bring something of value to the company so that we all can benefit from it. So
Yeah, totally agree with that. Yes.
So back to a fun one. So, what's something you've done but will never do again?
So there's a couple things. And
Now
there's
remember
some-
our audience.
Right.
There's some that I can say and some that I probably can't.
All right, give us one you can
One
say.
that I can say is I gave birth twice.
Okay.
Okay.
I will not be doing that again. Those baby making days are well behind me. I enjoy where my kids are right now, where the
Great.
boys are in their stage of their
Great.
lives, and still hopping and keeping it interesting. But yeah, definitely past
You're
the-
good.
Right.
Past the
And
babies.
check that one off the list.
Yes,
That's a great
exactly.
answer.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. I love it. We were thinking like snowboarding or something, you know?
Yes. Bungee jumping.
Yeah. Never
cliff
mountain climbing
diving.
again.
Right. She's like, look, I got 2 boys. I'm good.
Not doing it. I have way too many children at work I have to take care of.
Exactly. And I think that shows in my work too. I feel at times I'm everyone's mom.
That's right.
And that's just how I approach it.
That's
so.
right. That's right. Yes. All right. So our next question. Nathaniel and I are a big proponent of personal growth, professional growth. That is something that I think we found working together that's really important to both of us. So for you, what is one professional skill you're currently working on?
So coming into the industry new and not having the industry knowledge, something I've wanted to do and did get slowed down because of the pandemic
Right.
is to get my insurance license, right? What I do is kind of peripheral. I don't necessarily have to be able to sell a policy or write
Right.
a policy, but I have to be able to support the people that do. And I feel like everyone's been great about sharing the knowledge with what they need, but I think I would like to go through maybe a little bit more formal training, and
Awesome.
I certainly have the support of management and
Right.
leadership for that.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's just fitting it in with
Right. It's the
with
timing.
life, and
Right.
is it the right time? And that's something I would like to
That's awesome.
accomplish by the end of the year.
Love it. So that's an interesting statement. I feel like the rest of the agency's clients are the members or the insurance clients. Your clients are us.
Absolutely.
So you have a different client base than the rest of us
Absolutely.
do. So
Right.
I have to be aware of what our external customers need,
Right.
but at the end of the day, my responsibility is to each of you.
Yep.
And being able to identify, like you said, the different type of customers, and not all companies identify that
Right.
or spend time or invest in the internal customers.
That's right.
I've worked for some corporations where, the customers are the internal customer, or the employees are just part of the wheel.
that's right.
So
Cogs in the wheel,
we
right?
just keep the
Yeah.
wheel rolling. If a spoke breaks, we replace it
Oh,
with
well.
another spoke, and we just keep moving.
That's
So
right.
being able to have someone in a position to invest in the employees, I think, is a real attribute to what we have here at AAA. So I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So another fun one, and this one cracks me up because you can tell so much about a person.
We had this
based on-
discussion, and I
Yes.
love his mindset on this.
So what's your favorite TV show, the one that you're always watching that's on repeat? So I know there's a whole spectrum of different shows, different types of genres of shows that you can pick. And to me, you can tell a lot about a person based upon what they watch.
And the repetitiveness of it, right?
Correct.
You watch it one time and it's great, awesome. But if you're going back to it again, you're really that kind of person. So hit us with it.
All right. So first of all, let me say I do not watch normal TV.
Okay.
Right?
That's
I
fine,
don't
too.
watch the Hulu, Netflix stuff like
Sure.
that. First of all, I very rarely have control over the remote in my
Right,
house.
right.
So-
Also, why you're not having any more
Right.
children, you'll
Yeah.
get the TV less.
Exactly. So, we tend to watch weird stuff.
Okay.
And, we just watched a documentary on Abraham Lincoln. That was really cool.
As did I. It was really cool.
Yeah.
We talked about the rescue,
Yes,
lady rescues,
that's
watching
right.
all that. And but if I have control of the remote and I'm just kind of flipping through, I am always going to stop at Friends.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with Friends.
That's just kind of gone back to, a time for me where life was simpler. It was just kind of, it was college. I've seen so many of the episodes.
Right.
They're my friends, right? And
Yes.
don't have to invest a lot of brain energy.
Right.
Yes.
There's no real plot, right?
Yeah,
it's just entertainment.
It's 30 minutes, it's entertainment,
Right.
and,
It's
get a
just
couple laughs in. And
common everyday situations that people run themselves into that you can get a laugh at.
That's
You can
right.
relate to. You
That's
can say, I remember the episode where Ross was trying to move his couch upstairs. Talking about dinner. My dad and I still crack up about
That's
that.
right.
And
That's
when
right.
we move furniture around, he constantly will bring it up. So it's relatable and it's a good
It is.
comedy. It's good humor.
That's
so.
right.
Yes.
So that life that you talk about, I call it BK, before kids, when it was simpler. So it takes you back to kind of that carefree, everything is fine
Yes.
mindset, right?
Yes.
Love it. Love it. All right. Last one, work related of the day. What is the best advice you were given and who was it from? And it can be kindergarten teacher to a mentor you've had professionally. So kind of give us your take on that.
Okay. So I kind of have two.
Okay.
And I debated as I was reading this on which one to talk about. The first one I have to talk about.
Now you have to
is-
tell us both because
Right.
you can't do that.
Right.
So my grandmother was an amazing woman. Okay, she was like a 4 foot nothing. I have no idea why, but her name was Grandma Bill.
Okay.
My grandfather's name was Bill, which makes sense. Her name was Martha.
Okay.
She was always to all of us grandkids, Grandma Bill,
That's
That's
funny.
and she could run the roost. And she would tell me, as high school and stuff, you're dealing with people, and sometimes it's not easy and stuff. And she would tell me, Heather, she's like, sometimes you just have to hug the people to know how big to dig the hole.
I like
yeah, right?
I like that.
So
Size them up.
That's
I
right.
like it.
to hug people so you know how big to dig the hole.
That's
and
right.
That at the time I just thought it was kind of funny, like because it's taking it very literally.
Right.
Right.
But now, as you get older and you realize, sometimes you just need to understand where people are coming
That's
from.
right.
Right.
That's right.
So that was from Grandma Bill.
I like Grandma Bill. I
Yeah.
like it. Yeah.
And then, some advice, and I don't know where it came from. It's something I share with my kids every day. I actually have a plaque. It's above the door. And every day when they would go to school, they would hear me say it. And they still roll their eyes and repeat it.
Someday they'll like it, I promise.
Right.
I promise. It'll come back.
So the two things that I always tell them, and really how I try to live my life, is to be kind and to do your best.
That's right.
Yeah.
That you don't know what other people are going through, right? That's not your business.
Right.
Just be nice. And then if you do your best, then you can never regret where you were if you gave it your all. So that's my advice to everyone: is be kind and do your best.
Love it. And I think that that's kind of our agency
Right.
mindset. Everybody is very kind. Everybody's really mindful of other people's feelings. So I think that carries over for us at AAA as well.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
And for our final question, which is probably one that everyone struggles with, and I don't know if it's because it reveals too much about themselves
Right.
or what. It's
Those
not
little
that-
dark corners.
Right. But our final question is, what's one song or artist that you're embarrassed to admit that you like?
So I struggled with this,
We've got
That's
that
what we've
response.
heard, yeah.
We've got that response
That's
from
right.
other people
and
that
I
we've interviewed.
had problems kind of limiting it to one. I
Okay.
guess.
All
I'll
right.
give you two.
So
Yeah, right.
Flexible.
I
That's right.
kind of will put it out there that I am a huge 80s and 90s pop rock fan.
Okay.
I know way too many words to songs that I probably shouldn't know.
Yeah.
And I have passed that along to my offsprings.
Nice.
They can walk in and there'll be an 80s song playing and they'll know. Or they'll request it at dances and, the whole Rick rolling thing. And, if you don't have kids, look it up.
Right.
But I can jam out in the 80s.
Yeah.
Any particular artist, or give me your top 3 80s artists.
We're digging deep.
I know.
We're trying to pull here.
Mm-hmm.
Madonna.
Okay.
Okay.
Old Madonna's,
That's right.
is
Love her,
Yes.
right?
Prince.
Okay.
I'm a huge Prince
Me
fan.
too.
Yes.
And then Guns N' Roses.
There's nothing wrong with Guns
Nope,
N'
not
Roses.
at all.
Nothing wrong
Not
with
at all.
The Jungle and all.
Little November Rain.
Yes, nothing
Uh-huh.
wrong with any of those at all. I'm an 80s person myself.
That's
so
right.
all those I'm familiar with. So
We can date ourselves together.
That's right.
We can both be old
That's right.
together.
That's right. All 3 of us, I think, are the same age.
yes, for sure. So, well,
that's
we wanted
awesome.
to say thank you for taking time out of your day to sit down and chat with us on Coffee Talk. This is episode number 3.
It is.
And we are so looking forward to interviewing the rest of you out there in the AAA insurance lane.
In the hot seat.
That's right. Well, it wasn't too hot. It wasn't that bad.
No, I think you
was
guys
it?
really, honestly, must have turned down the air here because this is usually a hot room.
And that's because it's a casual conversation.
That's
it's
right.
Not a meeting,
Yeah.
so there's no pressure
That's
here.
right.
So we try to
It's
make
supposed
it
to be
as-
fun.
That's right. We try to make it light and conversational.
We pulled
so-
that Band-Aid off very slowly, right?
That's
Thank
right.
you.
You're so welcome. So again, Heather, thank you for joining us on another episode of Coffee Talk. Again, everyday conversation with everyday people, and we want to say thanks for stopping by.
Take care.
Bye.